People, welcome back to another episode of Stars and Garters. I am still Katie Pittett. Today, I think, is Random Fandom Friday because I'm mixing up the schedule and whatnot. And so, as you can see, it is not just me by myself today. I have a whole nother human. I don't know, I was gonna point to a side, but I don't know what side you'll be on. But yeah, this is Seth. I just chose a side.
You just point forward at the camera.
This is Seth.
Hello,
Say hi,
hello.
Seth. Good job.
Hi, Seth.
Haha. Never gets old. Okay, so, since we can talk about whatever, we two and a group of friends went to see the new movie, Kung Fu Panda 4, maybe last week, I don't know, whenever we did, pretty recently. And so we thought, since it is so fresh on our brains, and since there's a thing about this franchise that we have some strong opinions about, we would just talk a little bit about the movie and first talk about the movie and then have a little debate thingy for you guys. And the debate thingy is going to be the most of this. The movie is just, we're going to give quick thoughts and then we're going to be like, all right, here's the issue. So, just like...
This is a super important topic.
Yep. It's like life or death, you guys. So, I dropped my pencil. Okay, so, the thing... What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so I guess we'll just say, pros, cons of the movie Kung Fu Panda 4. Just pretty basic, what we liked and didn't like. You can go first, as the guest.
Start with our thoughts on just Kung Fu Panda?
No, on the Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh, no, before that, that's right. Oh, man. I mean, it's Kung Fu Panda. That's just a pro in itself. You got Jack Black. He's a hilarious actor.
Mm-hmm.
Just the panda in itself. I don't know. All the characters. All the pros were just... I don't know. The people are so much fun. It's a funny movie. It's a solid plot line. You just can't go wrong with Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
And then cons.
Basically, I agree with everything he said. I mean... I guess, some things in the plot were, cliche-ish, but, honestly, I get, whatever. I get kind of tired when people say, oh, this movie wasn't original. Humans only have so many ideas, okay? And if it's an unoriginal movie that they do well, who cares? And it was an unoriginal plot, sure, but they did it well, and it was cool, and it was a Kung Fu Panda movie. And I really liked the fox chick. I thought she was cool. And
the fox was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I liked her character. It was very fun and cool. And then Awkwafina, who plays her, gave a very unexpected performance because I feel like I've never seen her play any role that had that much depth at all. she has a type, And
she was in the Bad Guys movie.
Yeah.
She's been in Jumanji.
Yeah.
She's a funny character.
She's very funny. She has a type, and that definitely parts of that character were definitely that type, but it was also it had a lot of really kind of not really, but some pretty deep moments, and I was like, oh, okay, she can do some acting.
It was meaningful.
Yeah. But she's great. I love her roles. She's good in those. And then Jack Black is just Jack Black, and he is Jack Black in all the characters. I watched a video recently, and he was he was talking to his castmates on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. He's like, hey guys, don't tell anyone, but basically every character I play is just me. I was
You've figured that out by now.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious. But when you're Jack Black, that's okay. Because he's just... He's something special. Different.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it.
No. But yeah, good overall movie. And, one of the better just movies in general that has existed for a while, I'd say. Made me feel better about going to the movies. So, but yeah, I think If you haven't seen it, then you should go see it. But
Yeah, if you like Kung Fu
let's,
Panda, go
yeah,
watch Kung Fu Panda.
yeah, for sure. Just go, yeah, enjoy yourselves the Kung Fu Panda movie. Okay, but enough with the pleasantries, because we're getting into the meat of this episode. Uh, so,
Are we
as I
gonna do
said,
the cons?
the what?
The
Were
cons?
there any cons? Question mark. You
The
hater.
Furious Five weren't in it.
Uh,
There were zero Furious Five moments except
yeah,
that picture where they came in at the very end.
that
Sorry for
wasn't
the
a picture.
spoilers,
Okay, look.
by the
See,
way.
look. See, I didn't actually miss them because I know. Okay, so don't look. Okay, so I liked them. I liked every single member of the Furious Five is great, except for Viper. She's kind of lame. She doesn't really have a lot. But I didn't really miss them because I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just wasn't like, ah, man, wish they were there. And then they had a cameo in the end, and I was like, that's fine. I'm cool with that.
But they weren't able to develop Po and Tigress at all.
Okay, and here we go. All right. So, you guys, this dude, he believes that it's not that unpopular of an opinion as I have found
Mm-mm.
out.
I don't
But
know.
this dude
Everybody
over here,
recognized the obvious fact.
oh my goodness. So he believes that Po and Tigress are, you know, together. They're meant to be together, a thing, or destined to, I don't know, be whatever.
We can call them Toe or Tigress.
Nope. Absolutely don't do that.
They're
Please.
like this. They're like white on
No.
rice. Come on.
Oh, jeez. Okay. But yeah, so basically we're gonna be like debating, kind of, if whether or not they are just friends or like, I don't know, whatever you want to call them.
No, I'm insulted that you would just call them friends. Lovebirds is more accurate.
They're not birds, Seth. Come on. Love mammals.
That's even
Nope,
worse.
that's much, much worse. Okay.
We'll go with lovebirds for now.
No, we won't, but definitely
I
not
will.
love mammals either.
Or maybe I'll do love mammals. I don't know.
No.
Whatever I want.
Okay. But yeah, so I figure we both start just kind of presenting our general side. Just, but I'll go first this time because I want to.
You're the negative team.
Shut up. Okay. So okay, so I believe that Po and Tigress are just friends. Very good friends, very close friends. Bros, homies, peeps, but still platonic as rip. Just not anything going on there. Because like all of the moments that the shippers use and they're like, "Oh my goodness, this was so," I don't know what the word they would use is. I don't, I don't know what word they would use, but this is like, "Oh man, look at this. They're all doing something or whatever." And like uh I all of those scenes to me, like when they're developing their relationship, they are learning like each other's backstories and they're kind of like understanding each other more. Because in the first movie there was nothing like that because she had to get past her like initial disdain of him, and then had some like respect for him on like a not very close level. And in the second movie they got really close and they learned about each other and they learned things, but everything that they do and like how they interact with each other is just very like bro like. It's just like a respect. Like this is, I respect you. I respect what what you've been through, and I like, and we're friends, and we like, and it's just never romantic in any way because they are like they both are very different and they're both like they never try to do anything like that because they end up getting this really tight like kind of brother sister relationship going on with, it's not it's about respect, and it has nothing to do with attraction or love or whatever. No love mammals in this. They are platonic mammals. Okay. So, present.
I'm just gonna have to stand very firmly against this category of platonic mammals. I think it's an insult to look at what something that's so clear and something so important as love, and to call it friendship or just a bromance or just anything less than lovers. Now, I just want to start with Tigress. What was her origin story? She was a lowly orphan adopted by Shifu, and he made her into something new, something that she never would have been. But we also look at her and we recognize she's a very stoic person. Then we turn to Po. And Po, he was an orphan, found by a dad who raised him and turned him into something completely different than what he would have been. And Po was not stoic. If you've ever seen any of the stories, he is the most expressive person in existence.
Yes.
But we get a lot of hints. We'll just start in the TV series for now.
Oh,
But the TV series tells us that Tigress was the reason Po started Kung Fu. But this is called Secrets of the Scroll, by the way. But Tigress was the reason that Po started Kung Fu. All right? In the episode The Midnight Stranger, Po goes in disguise.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. You're pulling that one out. Okay. All
and she fell in love, actually, with this man in disguise. But was she fell in love with him, saying, quote, he was a ruggedly handsome lone wolf, living by his own rules, answering to no one, waiting only for his true love to come along and tame his unbridlement, end quote.
Which Po is not.
Oh, he totally is. All right? She says she loves him for who he is. All right? In one episode of Tigress Tale, she says, quote, if you ever change, I'll kill you. Now, this may seem mean at first, but what did she say? That's right. She doesn't want him to change. She likes him as he is. All right? In one episode, Bride of Po, Po takes a bride, making Tigress super jealous. Po says to her, quote, look, what you and I had was just a figment of your imagination. Wow, he's playing hard to get. But you know what she says? She says, quote, had? End quote. She was obviously not happy about this. Po then replied with a snarky, quote, past tense. All right? He is emphasizing that her jealousy and that their thing was past tense. He's playing hard to get because he wants her. But he's taking a fake bride to try to make her jealous. That's just the start of the TV series. And in that same episode, and then I'll finish here, she gets confronted about her jealousy. Po says, quote, you are jealous. She says, yeah, no, you, it is your life. When have we ever seen Tigress struggle for words? Ever. At any point in time. All right? Never. But she does when Po confronts her about jealousy. No way. They ain't just friends. I rest my case.
Okay. So first of all, the series, we have to admit that the characters in the series sometimes go through big, like, personality rewrites because it is different. Not all the time, it's mostly the same, but the levels of goofy are kind of elevated in some characters because of the way the series is. Sorry. But first of all, with that episode, whatever it's called, I forgot. The Midnight Stranger or whatever. When she falls in love, and I will admit she is very attracted to this dude who she does not know. She's real into him, in a very untigress-like way, because she thinks he is like the kind of quiet rebel dude type. But if you will recall, when the Midnight Stranger is revealed to be Po, Tigress throws up, and that's the first thing. She is disgusted by the idea that she was crushing on her, like, closest friend. That is gross to
Because she
her
doesn't want to admit it. But she
because it's
was
not real.
totally crushing. She was totally
But
crushing.
accidentally.
And if there wasn't that peer pressure, she totally would have been like, Po, you were him? Oh my gosh, let's elope.
I don't. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's a strong stance there. But see, also, all of those things, like a rugged, rebellious, quiet, like whatever she said, Poe is not that. Poe is a bubbly, cheerful, kind of bumbling, but also really well meaning and honest dude. And he is not any of the things she was attracted to. Like, if she was to want anyone at all, which she might not because she's a very closed off person. I just knocked a lot of stuff off my desk.
Good job.
She's a very closed off person. She might just want to, like, keep to herself mostly. But what she would want is someone closer to her own personality, to where they could be each other's foils for, like, the negative aspects, but also complement each other really well because they get along and they understand how each other is. Poe and her have very similar backstories, and they get a lot of things about each other, but they don't deeply understand why each other is the way they are
What?
because
Of course they do. There's
they
that deep,
no.
deep and emotional part in the second movie where Tigress just says her whole backstory to Poe.
Yes,
That's a deep
because they are
understanding of each other.
such good friends. Um,
When has Tigress told this to any other of her friends?
well, when she see just
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
just because she shares this personal information with him doesn't mean that she is like attracted to him. She's like feeling closer to him because they are spending more time with each other. She's seeing what he's going through and she's like, "Okay, maybe I can open up a little because he like they're growing closer as friends." And she's realizing that he deserves respect, and as he is opening up to her and she's seeing him go through stuff, she's like, okay, maybe I can also get some stuff off my, like, get some weight off my shoulders.
So
And
they're just super emotionally close friends that open up to each other in ways that they have never
it's
opened up to anyone else about before.
okay. First of all, it is not that emotional. She is sad, but she's not like, she's not. It's
If
not
Tigress
like she's
smiled, it would be emotional.
okay. Did when did she smile? What are you? Okay, what are you referring to? What
No, no,
instance
no.
did she
Because
smile?
I'm saying Tigress is the most like person of all time. She always
Yes.
acts like this and has no emotions about anything. And so
Yeah.
for her to crack a smile like this, that would be considered emotional for Tigress.
See, but
Let
you also
alone
see
open
her
up.
You also see her crack those kinds of smiles when she's just around the Furious Five, because in the second movie, like when they're all growing tight as a group, she's just one of them. She's just one of the, you know, she's just part of the group, one of the guys, and she's like, when she's around them, she does have that smile a lot because she's around that group. She feels more comfortable with them. So, that's not a Poe exclusive thing. She just feels more comfortable around those dudes.
But is the
And
opening up
they
emotionally a Poe exclusive thing? Please say yes. Please.
Probably, because I can't remember
Yes!
her doing that to anyone else. That is not me
We're
conceding.
getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
Excuse me.
All right.
Okay.
Like, why do you think they're just friends?
Because their relationship is built on this respect that grew, and it's not like attractiveness. It's not, girl, what was that move about?
It's me. See, you're just denying love. It's hard for me, so I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to focus on the debate, not get super emotional here, all right?
Denying, not denying. Okay, but yeah, it's about the respect they have for each other. That's what the relationship is about. And she finally respects him enough and sees that he respects her, and she's seeing like how much that he's been inspired by her and their respect, that she's like, okay, this is a person I can trust to understand what this is that I've gone through and relate to it and understand why I am the way I am, because they have so much respect. And the way she hugs him, like, that is not a
Oh,
way people hug when they're like, oh, yes,
but
I love
Tigress did
you.
it. Tigress doesn't
Because,
hug people.
yes, but
Sparks were
she has never
flying.
been. Why? What was sparky about it? It was
What
just.
was sparky about it?
She, like. Okay. She aggressively, like, moved towards him and, like, grabbed him to. Like, there was no, like, oh, Po, I love you. Don't do this. She was like, bruh, this is dumb. Don't do this.
Hang on. So there were 2 hugs, all right? There was one before the battle and one after the
And
battle.
after, yes, I'm familiar.
All right. The first hug, she says, I can't watch my friend be killed. Like,
Friend.
exact quote. All right. Now she says this in front of all of her other Furious 5 friends, okay? So she's probably trying to downplay it a little bit. But later, after the battle, Tigress helps Po from the water and Po hugs her. She was shocked, but not mad. But the other 4 of the 5 noticed and they were weirded out, which is why Po let go. But the fact that they were weirded out is telling. Tigress would never let anyone hug her, except Po. And they were only weirded out when everyone else noticed. Just like a private relationship that people are trying to keep secret. And then when other people notice, you try to hide it. Why
When
else
would
would Po
they have
let go
had
so...
Okay, when would they have had time to develop any sort of private relationship, first of all?
On the boat?
On the that was like, okay, yeah, when
On the
they're
boat?
what kind of ripping relationship is that? Because, like, they were talking, yes, and knowing things and getting to know each other better, but also they were, like, sparring and, like, yeah.
But it was a romantic sparring.
That's
Because she was
no, it wasn't,
teaching
first of
him.
all.
She was teaching him and opening up about her own life.
Actually, I don't think she was just opening up, because he asked her, like, what he initiated that first, like, when she was talking about punching the trees, he initiated that because he hit her hand and, like, got.
I mean, he initiated it, but did she respond?
Yes, she did respond. She was asked a question and she
And
responded.
he's being the good male leader in the relationship.
What? First of all,
I'm
if it
trying to
was
take
a
this
relationship,
serious.
first of all, if it was a relationship, this is another reason why. Sorry, this is another reason why it doesn't make any sense. Because, like, why would Tigress, like, why would she be interested in anyone? Like, that's not a thing that she would do.
But Pyrus does get interested in people. Or Tigress. Tigress does get
Because
interested in
it was
people.
the specific type of person she would like, and so she was like, okay, yeah, this kind of guy. And then it turned out he was not actually that kind of guy, and so she was like, never mind. It was specifically a person.
Or was it that kind of guy? She was just
It was
disappointed
exactly.
that it was Po.
She said exactly the words, that quote that you said. She was like, this is the kind of guy I like a lot. And then she realized he was actually not that guy, and she was like, okay, whatever, never mind.
She says, ruggedly handsome lone wolf, living by his own rules, answering to no one, waiting only for his true love to come along and tame his unbridlement.
Okay, so first of all, Po is not rugged. He is not a lone wolf.
He defeated Tai Lung. Bro's
that's
a
not
beast.
Rugged. That's not what rugged means.
What does rugged mean?
Hey Google. No. It means. I don't know.
Here,
I
I
think
got a
it means,
definition,
like,
Merriam-Webster. Having
Oh.
a rough, uneven surface. That's not helpful.
I'm
Seamed with
thinking like
wrinkles and
someone.
furrows.
I'm thinking someone with like a rough and tumble kind of
Ah,
attitude, and even though,
rough and strong in character.
yeah, even though Po can like throw down with the best of them, he's not. That's he's not like a rough and tumble personality. He
It's
just
definitely a
can.
tumble. He gets kicked off those stairs.
That's true.
He's also soft, though. I
Well,
don't know if he'd be rough.
yes, he's very soft. He's a soft boy. He's a soft, fluffy boy, and that's just the way he is. And Tigress is attracted to the rugged
She
type.
thinks she is.
If she thinks she is, then she is.
But what if she, in her mind, all right, she's always looking for the tough, rough, and, that rugged guy. But what she needs, what she actually likes, but she refuses to admit, is that she likes a big, soft, squishy panda.
Okay, so one, why would she like that type? And two, why would she not? Why would she be so hesitant to say that she likes Po if she was so very not hesitant to
One,
express her attraction?
because opposites attract and they're going to balance out each other, and they have already that mutual respect that's needed. It's the perfect founding for a good relationship. And two, I forgot your second point.
I forgot my first question, so we're doing good. My
What was
second
your second
point.
point?
My second point was, why didn't she express her? Why hasn't
Aha,
she expressed her
peer
liking for
pressure.
Po? What?
Peer pressure. It's like with the second hug after the battle in the movie.
No, 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 no.
Poe instantly let go of her when the other four of the Furious Five noticed.
She would
Peer pressure.
express. She would express her attraction to the Midnight Stranger or whatever around the other members.
Right, because the Midnight Stranger to the others was a super rugged, as you say,
Yes,
mysterious character.
and she
Poe
liked
was
that
kind of a
type.
fat embarrassment.
Yes, and
And it
that's
would
not the
have
type she
been
liked, so she didn't express.
but she secretly likes him. She just doesn't want to admit it because all the other people would think that her liking this big fat panda would be an embarrassment.
Is a what? Sorry.
Oh no, what did I say? Because her liking the big fat panda would be an embarrassment.
An
There's peer
embarrassment.
pressure there. Even though on the inside, in her deepest heart of hearts, she knew it.
So she was not embarrassed to express the liking of a rugged, rough and tumble dude who could probably keep up with her a lot better.
Who's
But
mm,
she is embarrassed to express anything for someone who is under her in several ways.
did you just call Poe under her?
In there
So let's be
in
honest, he's the Dragon Warrior.
Yes, but in several ways. He is,
What?
yeah.
Man, soft and squishy is so much better than hard and stoic.
Okay. That's okay.
Real quick, at the beginning of the movie, it starts in the second movie. It starts with two kids playing with dolls. One
Yes.
Tigress, one Poe. And the other four are not there. Do you think that these kids thought there were anything between them?
Of course they did. They're kids. They're stupid.
Well, besides the obvious fact that kids are stupid, let's, like, you don't think that the producers were trying to communicate something to us?
The producers communicate. Okay, hold up.
And then failed in the fourth movie and in the third movie.
Why would they not bring it up? Okay, she was there in the third movie the whole time.
But they didn't develop the romance anymore.
She was the sole non-panda with Po for the entirety of the third movie. They had that whole time to go into something if it existed, but they instead chose to not.
This is true. She was the soul tiger with Po because she wanted to stick with him and show her support as much as she could.
Because she was the only one who didn't get. You know?
But was she the only one that didn't get? Because she went with Po?
No.
I don't
She
remember
got
what happened
away
first.
before the rest of them. She ran away.
Because she was trying to protect Po because she loved him so much.
Po was not there.
But she ran home to Po. When she ran away. After,
She
all her friends
went
got...
to warn Po, yes.
And protect him.
But, yes, why is that a romantic thing? She had just tried to protect her friends minutes before.
Friends.
They were already fighting. They already got jaded. She stole.
Ouch. That was a rough pun. But would she have done that for anyone else?
Would she have ran to tell them? Yes, she would. She was one of the Furious Five. It was her duty, and she respects everyone there as well.
This is true. But you don't think there was anything there?
No, I don't. I think she is not looking... First of all, just as a person, she is not the type who would be looking for any kind of relationship because...
Whoa, except when she looks for a relationship.
She didn't look for it. She found something that
it came to her. Just like Po fell from the sky and came to the Furious Five.
Yes, but if, she was attracted to the Midnight Stranger dude so fast, and she's been around Po for forever, and she hasn't ever expressed anything like that. She has never gotten so...
But she has.
I like this dude.
She never said a bunch of interesting words, but they had so many moments together.
Okay, they had like 2 moments, but...
No, it was more than 2. You had the boat, you have the first hug, you have the second hug. Yes. It's more than 2.
Yes. That's 3. Your math is correct, but...
Oh, okay. In the training hall, Po is trying to beat the 38 bean bun record. Now, this is kind of stupid. And Tigress is usually against stupid and disgusting things. But she cheers him on. This is very unlike Tigress. And I think...
This is true, but... In my
love
research,
has a way of making things do you typically wouldn't.
No. In my research, I have found that it is a general consensus that her personality got an odd kind of shift in the second movie. It was still very Tigress, but she had this kind of... She had been elevated to this kind of... No. She had been elevated to this kind of like one of the guys position, and she would participate in some activities that she wouldn't normally do just to be part of the group.
All because of Po. To be with Po more. Because she loved him. Po more. Yes.
Because she loved him. Okay.
Also, during that same scene, Po hears a bell and has to go see Shifu. And as he's leaving, you can notice Tigress turn around watching him go. And she smiles in a fantasy kind of way. All right?
Okay, that I need proof for that. That's a bit out there.
You could pull up the scene. She's like has this little smile on her face as she's watching Po walk away.
Did you look at any of the rest of the Furious Five faces? It could have just been out of admiration for the Dragon Warrior.
Since when does Tigress do that?
She gave him all her respect at the end of the first movie. She respects his position.
I just feel like there's so much love going on here and you're just not realizing it. It's just...
You feel the love?
I can feel it.
What? It's fake. Your feelings are lies and...
All the feelings are lies. Everything in the movie is a lie. You're a lie. I'm a lie. Emotions are a lie. Love, all of it's a lie. Is this what you're trying to tell me right now?
Okay, no. Love is not a lie. There's like Okay, actually, there's like no love in the Kung Fu Panda franchise.
What?
Except between, obviously Lee and Ping, but that's a different thing. So
Whoa, that's borderline.
that's a joke, guys. That's a joke. It's a joke. But honestly, who else is there? What other relationships besides May or not May May? Is that May May?
Tigress and
Who's the
Po.
ribbon? Who's the ribbon girl?
Oh yeah, the ribbon panda thing. I
Is
think
it
it's
May
was
May?
it May May? I don't know. Probably.
Well, besides May May trying to rizz everybody up, there's no one like. There's not really
Except
any
for
romantic.
Tigress and Po. I I don't know how else to say this. It's just
Okay, I feel like we've both presented good evidence here, and neither of us are really being swayed one way or another. So,
except for the
do you
audience.
feel ready? Do you feel ready to wrap this up, or are you still trying?
I think you're a hopeless case.
Like the hopeless. I don't know the word.
Romance that's happening between
Yeah.
Po and Tigress that you sadly believe. Ah, so sad.
Are you ready to conclude, or are you trying? Still gonna fight?
I don't think I have any fight left.
Okay.
Only the listeners can decide at this point. I'm too sad.
Yep. We'll definitely have a poll for you guys, and I expect you to answer.
I
All of you.
expect you to answer and say yes, of
I
course.
have
Katie, stop podcasting unless you change your opinion.
21 followers. Why are 2 people voting for my vote things? And Tristan, stop voting for all of the options. Anyway,
Tristan, just vote for me this time, buddy.
okay. But yeah, let's just give our final statements of our sides. I will allow you to go first this time.
Okay, thank you. All right. The evidence has been presented. And to all the listeners out there, everybody hearing this, I just want you to know that Po and Tigress has a love that will not die. Maybe it'll be in
Yes, they
secret
has.
forever. Maybe it will be something that they never speak of. But I just want to leave you with one more thing. When the Furious Five are changed in the basement, this is from the second movie, Monkey tells everyone Po would want them to be strong. And guess who the one is crying? None other than Tigress, the toughest of the 5. She's crying over Poe's death? She thinks Poe's dead? This is just friends? No, of course not. Katie's just said, oh, it's just buddies, just normal friends. But I'm telling you, listener, you have to believe in love. I'm asking you to believe in the truth of love and recognize that Po and Tigress are a thing. Thank you.
Okay. So, my opponent has made some strong examples. He's used evidence from the movies and the TV show, questionable as that may be. He has presented some strong, touchy-feely things for you wimps to get into, but
Touchy
I'm here to
feelings
hit
is
you
the
with
best.
cold, hard facts. What?
Touchy feely is good.
I am here to hit you with cold, hard facts. Tigress and Po, very close friends, very strong mutual respect for each other, very intense care and that for one another. But it is because they have a intense brospect. That is what Tigress has. Tigress wants friendships. She has strong bonds with her friends, and that's the kind of thing that she's into. She has bros. She doesn't have crushes. She's not looking for that in her life. She's not worried about that. She is into her kung fu, and she's like, that's what it is. And you guys are with me in this, so we're gonna get close and we're gonna be bros together and do this. So, I am asking you to not ruin good bro spect relationships by injecting a bunch of lovey-doveyness that is not even there, and let the poor woman just be bros, and and let the poor panda go find someone who is not so hard, because Po doesn't need that. Po's too soft, man. He's not gonna be able to handle her. He needs somebody soft and sweet, and he needs somebody like that, and Tigress is not that for him. She's going to be too hard on him, and he can't handle it. He's a strong guy. He's good at what he does, but at the end of the day, he's a big old teddy bear. A big, big old teddy bear. And he needs the constant love and affirmation, and Tigress is not about that. So there's nothing there. There's nothing between them like that, because they both are aware that they are not what each other needs. They are aware that their relationship would go nowhere, and they are aware that there are better things for them to do with their lives. Thank you. That is all for me.
Well. That concludes the debate. I'm not going to argue.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be it, you guys. Unfortunately, nobody was swayed. We came to a bit of a standstill here, but the cases were presented. The debate was debated, and now it's your turn.
Yeah.
What do you believe? What do you believe? Do you believe in Seth's feely nonsense, or do you believe in truth? So definitely we're gonna put a poll up. Tigers and Po bros, or Tigers and Po weird couple thing happening. And so definitely vote on that. Don't just give us 2 votes and make it 50-50. That's really annoying. Please don't do that.
Somebody won this debate.
And I'm not even gonna give you the option to choose multiple options. One or the other. Tristan. Yeah, do that. Make sure to get other people's opinions if it's possible. I know this debate because of sharing some ground with I do have 2 ethnic races. Okay. Yeah, my bad. Thanks for watching, man. I'm not even gonna say where they're from now, because that makes sense. My bad. They're just not from the anyway. I feel like there's 3 things, and I always forget one of the things I'm supposed to do. Whatever. Okay.
Subscribe, follow, and
Yes. Comment.
they don't do comments on